Hi guys.
Good morning, sir.
Good
Good
morning.
morning,
Good
sir.
morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hi, Shubhruti. Shubhruti, guitar is looking like a pink stripe. Wow. Like an ice cream
No, no,
pink.
not pink. No.
সাদা না একটু এই আচ্ছা আচ্ছা হ্যাঁ right. আমি ভালো তোদের বিশ্বাস না আরেকটা হয়তো কিনে ফেলেছিস
না, স্যার। আমি যদি কিছু না করি তাহলে এইগুলো আমার কাছে একটাই স্পেশাল গিটার আছে, এটা ছাড়া
ওকে
কি করবো আমরা? যে এই জিনিসগুলো জমিয়ে এটাকে ইউজ না করতে পারি।
I know that's also true.
মিউজিয়াম খুলে দিতে হবে তো।
I know.
আমি তো ওয়ার্কম্যান, আমার শুধু ইনস্ট্রুমেন্ট চাই। কনস্ট্রাকশন করতেই পারছি না।
But that is, don't worry about it, Shubhruti. See, key here, there's a catch I keep mentioning to you all now. And for example, young, just college student, maybe you can't afford a great guitar.
Correct.
But you have all the time in the world. But now you can buy the best, but you don't have the time, which you can't buy.
কারণ কি কলেজের সময় আমি শুধু ছবি দেখতাম, ভাবতাম যে কোনদিন একটা ফেন্ডার গিবসনও হবে না, গিবসন তো কোনোদিন কিনতেই পারবো না সারা জীবনে, এইসব ভাবতাম। তারপর
But that's life here, what to do, reality. And we can take to work out for it. It can be done. Agit din washing pollution.
Till I was 24 or 26, my dream was I will have a Gibson Les Paul and a American chopper bike. That was my dream.
Oh, acha.
হয়ে যায়, তারা আমার জীবন আর কিছু চাই না।
তো কলকাতায় চালাবিটা কোথায়? কলকাতা ইন্ডিয়াতে চালাবো
না, আই ইউজ টু মোটিভেট মাই সেলফ যে এইগুলো আমার জন্য দিতে চাই আর কিন্তু ওগুলো কি বোকা বোকা লাগে এখন দেখলে।
Not really. Akash, my friend, Akash basically, he's like a off-road bike guy, serious guy. ওর কাছে একটা bike is such an excellent. মানে আমাদের কাছে যেমন একটা strap. He's also playing, but bike-টা ওর কাছে খুব একটা like a second love.
No, I know. I was just saying that these dreams change when you are young. No, you think this is exactly what I want, but after this
True, very true.
thing happens, then you realize you don't need anything.
True.
If you are happy, that's the main.
Actually. No, absolutely. That's a heavy line. For sure. Because basically, the quicker you find out what exactly that you want, with minor changes here and there, the better it is. You start working. But that way, I've been always a very, very boring person. My dream was to play guitar, and I'm still playing guitar. I have no changes, nothing. So I heavy, very,
It's because of you. Like I have this goal that I'll not give up.
No, never.
So
There's nothing.
if you can bring the small change in my life, imagine how many people's life you would have just instilled this.
No, absolutely. You know what? The best thing is, of course, সবাইকার dream থাকে যে আমি ভালো বাজাবো and all that, and I'm constantly saying do this, like today also. But in the end, it becomes the greatest friend. Between even a life in what they realize for me in some moments that you have like a downtime. I hope it doesn't come ever, but life is such that you will have to go through. And it becomes the biggest friend of your life, really. And it connects with the very essence of your livelihood, the very deepest. I mean, I don't know if you felt it. In even the joyous moments, the high moments, you're on stage, you're playing a solo, the crowd is going, the lights are on, and you are having a good evening. That is also another spectrum on the dictator. So it's only excitement. There's nothing. খালি একটা প্রবলেম হচ্ছে একটু এক্সট্রা খাটতে হবে, একটা প্রবলেম। Other than that is only positive. Anyway, Rishabh, give me the dream city.
হ্যাঁ স্যার, সবাই চলে এসছে। Everyone is in the meeting. 10 of them.
Okay. And we had Neil, any questions? Because you are new, just anything you want to ask me from the last class? Dean was new, right? Last time. Okay. In the meantime, any questions, guys? Yeah, Riju, please go ahead.
Sir, I was basically trying to play that minor progression you said last time, na? A minor, E flat minor, C minor, F sharp minor.
Yeah.
So I was trying to associate like chord shapes with the pentatonic mode, which I was doing. So just একটাতে একটুখানি আমার হেল্প চাই। So একটা হচ্ছে এরকম এই শেপটা আছে, রাইট?
এই কর্ডগুলো একবার বলো, আরেকবার ভুলে গেলাম।
A minor, E flat minor, C minor,
and G flat.
F sharp minor, yeah.
Okay.
So I was doing this, but আমি just একটা স্কেলের রেসপেক্টেই বলছি, আমি A minor রেসপেক্টে বলছি।
Okay.
So let's say A minor এর যে এই শেপটা আছে, এটা সাথে I could associate যে হ্যাঁ এই যেটা আমাদের ইউজুয়াল শেপটা।
Right.
Then there is this এরকম একটা মাইনার শেপ আছে, রাইট? যেখানে আমরা এটা আর্পেজিয়েট করি, সেটার সাথে I could associate
Absolutely.
করলাম।
Beautiful. Yeah.
And then একটা আপনি F sharp এ নিন, এই একটা মাইনার শেপ আছে, যেটা ইউজুয়ালি সুইপিং ইউজ হয়, এটাকে তো I could do like ওই শেপটা, রাইট? And then fifth string থেকে যদি আমি স্টার্ট করি, ধরুন E minor, let's say, ঠিক আছে? তাহলে I have this shape, এইটার সাথে I could do এটা হয়ে গেল। There's one remaining, it is the major one, যদি আমি C major এ ভাবি। তো এইটার সাথে can you give me something to associate with that? The reason why I am doing this is, ধরুন I understand যে I am in A minor, ঠিক আছে?
Okay.
But I am somewhere over here, let's say.
আচ্ছা।
I just want to think যে আচ্ছা এখানে তো A minor টা আছে, hence I would sort of go into that shape. এটা হলে কি হচ্ছে, when I am playing over 4 scales, like as we were doing in that progression, it is less confusing for me. আমি যখন শুধু A minor initially করছিলাম, তো আমি মুখস্থ করে নিয়েছিলাম যে এইখানে এই শেপটা আছে, ওখানে এই শেপটা আছে, রাইট? শেপ টু শেপ I could switch, মানে it was happening properly.
Okay.
4 chords এ কি হচ্ছে, হচ্ছে যখন থার্ড আর ফোর্থ চর্চা আসছে অন দ্য সাইকেল, মানে নেক্সট টাইম যখন আসছে, আই এম গেটিং কনফিউজ যে আচ্ছা এফ শার্পটা এলো, আই এম সামওয়্যার হিয়ার। তো আমি কি হচ্ছিল, এই কর্ড শেপটা মাথায় থাকে, আই কুড ডিরাইভ দ্য স্কেল শেপ।
Got it. Okay.
আই ওয়াজ ডুইং ইট দ্যাট ওয়ে। সো আই থট যে এই যে মোডটা আছে, এইটার সাথে আই কুড নট অ্যাসোসিয়েট এনি লাইক কর্ড শেপ দ্যাট উই প্লে।
Okay. And see, basically এই যখন এই এরিয়াতে আছিস,
মানে হ্যাঁ আমি এখানে A minor বাজাচ্ছি, এখানেও বেসিক্যালি I want to play A minor। যেরকম একটা যেরকম কোয়ার্টাল শেপটা আছে,
ঠিক।
is there something else যেটা এখানে?
A C6 is a great A minor shape.
Oh yes,
C, A,
got it.
E, and G. Yeah. That's a great one to, So again, Riju, like see, this is what I want. Riju worked out and he also knows his questions very clear. এটা হলে না তোর ওয়ার্কআউট করতে সুবিধা হবে, but you know what the exact point of problem is, then you can work it out. So this is C6 again, and arakta since we talk about C6, there's another C6 here. C, G, A, E. So that's you can also and that is a moving. All these two are moving shapes, so you can transpose.
C, G, A and E, এই দুটোকে কি আপনি ইটা কি দিয়ে কোথা থেকে কি দিয়ে বাজাচ্ছেন?
কোনটা বলতো? ফার্স্ট শেপটা?
না
সেকেন্ড শেপটা হচ্ছে তোর ফোর্থ স্ট্রিং এ সি বাজাচ্ছিস, হ্যাঁ, ফার্স্ট ফিঙ্গার দিয়ে,
ইয়া
and 12 ফ্রেটে থার্ড স্ট্রিং এ
আচ্ছা
ফিঙ্গার দিয়ে জি বাজাচ্ছিস। এটা বাবু জি থার্ড স্ট্রিং এ বাজাচ্ছিস। Okay. First thing, you're making a mistake. C note the first finger diva.
Acha. Okay.
And then G.
Yeah.
And then you flatten your first finger to get that A on the second string. You bar it.
Okay. Yeah.
And PK will hold your E on.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Got it. Sorry.
Any other other questions?
ইয়েস স্যার।
হ্যাঁ বল বল। হ্যাঁ নীল বল।
হ্যাঁ, তখন একটু সাউন্ডের প্রবলেম হচ্ছিল বলে বলতে পারিনি। যাই হোক, আমি আগের দিনের আপনার ওটাকে স্টাডি করলাম। তো এ মাইনরের উপরে আমি এ মাইনর প্লে করেছি, অ্যান্ড হচ্ছে এ পেন্টাটনিক অ্যান্ড এ ব্লুজ। তারপরে আমি ওটার থেকে জোরিয়ানে ঢুকলাম, জোরিয়ান থেকে মেলোডিক মাইনর হয়ে সি হোল টোন। ঠিক আছে, খুব স্মুথ যাচ্ছে।
ওকে।
ঠিক আছে। আরেকটা জিনিস আপনি বলেছিলেন যে আমরা মানে ফ্ল্যাটের ফিফথটা প্লে করতে পারি, ঠিক আছে, অলওয়েজ। ঠিক আছে, ওই ব্যাপারটা যদি কাইন্ডলি আরেকবার একটু বলেন, মানে ফ্ল্যাট ফিফথটা আমরা কেন মানে হঠাৎ করে প্লে করতে পারি আর কি।
In blues, or if you call it kind of a jazz, or maybe a higher harmonic music subject, flat five it's kind of built into our ear, and we kind of tolerate it very easily. I mean, if you got A minor, normal A minor bars, it's got a perfect fit. But you can play the blues. So that is, for some reason, becomes very easy on our head. So we can, in our ears, and you can legalize, put it there, lenient. We are very lenient about the flat five somehow. Especially on a dominant 7 chord and a minor 7 chord. So whenever for that extra color, you can go outside just for that little interest and then come back. See, I'll give you a little thing, exactly what you said. See if I can Dorian. A Dorian. Now, if I play the blues after that, meaning minor pentatonic, not the blues here. Instead of Victorian, then the blues with the flat five. So it's kind of a amalgamation of different sounds together. So let's say name the chord tones A, C, E, G. And then you can expand on that. And then those whole tone and all that is very slightly more advanced way of playing, but this is, in fact, you can play a diminished also. See, this is what it is named. We get the A from the root, which is every scale is got A minor. C from the Dorian or the blues or the minor pentatonic. E flat you got from the blues, and F sharp you got from the Dorian. So you got these tones. That's diminished, right? Surely.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So this is how what I call slime. I got a tune called slime, which I basically on this idea there, how you sneak in another scale by robbing notes from the next scale, basically. So this is kind of like that, and then you can get to C minor and stuff like that. Okay.
Sir, one more question.
Sure.
Sir, band is playing A7 dominant, ঠিক আছে? এবার হচ্ছে এবার আপনি যেগুলো বলেছিলেন সবগুলি আমার নোট ডাউন করা আছে, ঠিক আছে? এবার আপনি আমাকে জাস্ট একটু বলবেন যে বি মাইনর 7 ফ্ল্যাটেড ফিফথটা কেন আমরা ইন্ট্রোডিউস করছি, মানে ফার্স্ট
বি ফর বম্বে।
হ্যাঁ, বি মাইনর 7 ফ্ল্যাটেড ফিফথ, মানে ব্যান্ড ইজ প্লেইং A7 ডম, ঠিক আছে? তো আমরা ওখানে বি মাইনর 7 ফ্ল্যাটেড ফিফথটা কেন ইন্ট্রোডাকশন করছি?
Okay, so this is it's a bit of a long story. You see, basically over any dominant 7 chord, you can play a melodic minor from 4 points. From the 5th above, a 4th above, flat 2, and a flat 7. So if you go to the 4th one, which is a D melodic minor, D melodic minor will have the B minor 7 flat 5 1 is 6th degree. So that's how you associate those things. So just see if I play A7 chord. This is a sound which is mixolydian basically. So trying to think B minor 7 flat 5 over it.
Okay.
So you got the D melodic minor scale, which will work over B minor 7 flat 5, and it's got that A7 also. Maybe D melodic minor and the A7 also. So you can take both and play over A7. So like how each note of this new chord B175 relates to the main chord, that is the band, that what the band is playing, A7. So ওইভাবে harmonically বোঝা যায়। Yeah. So in fact আজকে একটা lesson ওর মাথায় এসেছিল, it's kind of basic but at the same time advanced, but using small information to sound really sophisticated, and to take the relationship like that, and it's basically superimposing triads, not four notes, and it's damn difficult to play triads because you don't have many choices. So yeah, so we can start with that. Any question? Nirmalo কিছু জিজ্ঞেস করবি? And Shambhu, I'm coming back. Nirmalo কিছু জিজ্ঞেস করবি?
নীল একটু মিউট করবে, নয়েজ আসছে।
অরুণ কিছু জিজ্ঞেস করবি? অরুণ কিছু বলছিস নাকি?
না না শুনলাম।
ওকে
স্যার আমি বলছিলাম আর কি ওই প্র্যাকটিস করছিলাম ওই 6251 এ, তো ছোট ছোট মেলোডি বানাচ্ছিলাম। তো মুশকিল হচ্ছে স্যার ওই বড় বড় যে কর্ড গুলো আমি একবার ওই লিড বাজাচ্ছি, একবার কর্ড বাজাচ্ছি, এরকম ভাবে ট্রাই করছি। তো ব্যাপার হচ্ছে ওই ফুল শেপ না ধরে আমি যদি ওই লোয়ার পার্ট বা ইয়ে ধরে কর্ডটা ধরি ইনটেন্টে, তাহলে আসছে মানে এরকম ভাবে প্রোগ্রেস করা যায় তো, মানে ফুল ইনস্টেড অফ ফুল না ধরে।
Yeah, of course, for sure. In fact, that is a more difficult way of playing physically. Yeah. So of course, you can play, say, so G1625. It is a chord for the basis. এটা একটা হলো, আর একটা হচ্ছে try and practice without playing any chords but keeping ওই mental ইয়েটা রাখা, বাসের নোটস কিন্তু chordsটা মাথায় চলেছে, you know, as if the band is playing. So 1 2 3 I know it's G now, E minor galo, E minor, D7, G, C, E minor, C, D7. মানে মাথার মধ্যে ওই ব্যান্ডটা চলেছে without any help. Yeah, Shambhu, বল।
স্যার বলছি একটা বাজাই আমি বাজিয়েছিলাম, তো জাস্ট এরকম আর কি।
সরো আরেকবার রিস্টার্ট করে একটু টাইম দিয়ে মুখে একটা 1 2 3 4 বলে কর।
1 2 3 4 আরেকটা স্যার এরকম ভাবে ব্যাপারটা আর কি।
Not bad. Yeah.
আরেকটা মানে ডিসি জিতে এরকম আর কি।
Yeah, that's fine. That works. Seems to be okay. Like এটা in the online না, এটা একটা problem. I don't know whether you are exactly on sync or not, but it seems to be working.
ওকে স্যার।
Yeah, Shambhu.
স্যার টপিকটা একটু বলবেন আজকে আরেকবার?
টপিকটা এখনো শুরু করিনি, I'm just taking questions and troubleshooting, and then we will start playing triads on harmony and learning yet another mapping out with chords now pertaining to what যেটা রিজু প্রথমে জিজ্ঞেস করলো না, to chord, to be able to see chord shapes, সেটার একটা এক্সারসাইজ আছে, আমি ওই দুটো করবো আজকে। Okay, so
Sir, one last question.
yeah,
Sir,
wait. হ্যাঁ বল নীল বল।
A major 7 প্লে করছে ব্যান্ড, তো এর মাঝখানে আপনি আগের দিন বলেছিলেন যে ই ফ্ল্যাট মাইনর 7 ফ্ল্যাটের ফিফথ যদি আমরা মানে ইন্ট্রোডাক্ট করি আর কি, ঠিক আছে, দেন আমরা এফ শার্প মেলোডিক মাইনরে যেতে পারি।
ইয়েস।
এই ব্যাপারটা একটু যদি বলেন, কারণ এখানে তো একটা এফ নোটও আছে, ঠিক আছে, মানে এফ শার্প মেলোডিক মাইনরে এফ শার্প মেলোডিক
ও
মাইনর,
এফ শার্প মেলোডিক মাইনরে আছে।
হ্যাঁ
হ্যাঁ।
এফ নোটটা আছে, তো ওই নোটটা একটু প্রবলেম করছে, মানে একটু যদি একটু বলেন।
Okay, and I'll address this when I start the class because ওইটা exactly address করা যাবে when I take triads, superimposed triads. Okay. So
Okay,
if
sir.
I miss it, just remind me once more.
ওকে স্যার, ওকে স্যার।
So yeah, Chambo, you can try now.
No, sir, actually, so two things you wanted us to remind you that you wanted to do two things today, which
Okay.
was breaking a scale into small numbers
Yes.
and fragments of diminished scale. So these are the two things you wanted to do.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, now
And-
this is okay.
Yes, and also like I was thinking, sir, we can do a major 4 and a minor 4 to a major chord, right? Like for example, to C major we can do F major 7th and F minor major 7th to C major. So
Correct.
can we do the same thing for a minor chord?
You could do that. Yes, you could do that.
But then would we have to play F dominant 7th and F minor 7th to go to say C minor?
Or to তুই বলছিস এটা যে C minorটা 1 chord,
Right.
C minor আসছিস via the 4 minor chord.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
could do
major
that.
4,
You could
minor
do
4, and then
Yes,
Yeah.
you could do that into composition. Sure,
Okay.
that একটা Chambo, this is a great question. C minor 251 টা আমাকে বল কত মানে chords গুলো বল।
so that would be D minor 7 flat 5,
Yes.
and we have G 7th, and then
Okay.
back to C minor.
Fantastic. That's fantastic. Now, there's a trick where some people see in jazz. There are two schools of thought. One is looking at a 2/5 at অনেকে দেখবি 2টাকে দেখে না, ওই 2টাকে 5 হিসেবে দেখতে শুরু করে আর কি।
Okay.
আর একটা স্কুল আছে, not আরেকটা স্কুল but also another school where they call the backdoor 251, where they only think of minor and not the dominant 7, strangely enough. So that is so now keeping that concept in mind, Chambo, let me ask Riju. C minor is my 1 chord, 2 is my D minor 7 flat 5 chord, 5 chord or 5 G7 flat 9. এবার 2 chordটার আমাকে নোটস গুলো বলবি একটু রিজু।
So D F A C.
A flat.
একটা ভুল করলাম, my flat 5 D F A flat C.
Fantastic. Now skip D. What are we left with? F
minor.
E flat and C. That's an F
Minor.
minor chord. That's already a 4 chord to C minor. So you can of course play F minor back to C.
So then B flat, F minor, and C.
Yes. So that is all there, but it's a great question, Mane, to be able to choice. Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
So one last thing,
please.
Because I was playing this mode of the eta আছে, right? So in a few places I was trying out যেখানে I was hitting the major third.
Okay.
মানে
Nice.
very identifiable sound, but I was thinking the minor context. So when the chord was playing, like I was playing just one like this and one like that, so it was going, but এটা কি কোনো মানে since I'm using the major third and the chord is minor,
Yes.
so এটা কি কোনো context I can use নাকি এটা will be wrong?
No, it's not wrong at all. In fact, that adds a point of interest. Try in the beginning, Riju, to put it on the weak beat. মানে 1 মানে তুই 1 and 2 মানে তুই ডাউনে যখন স্ট্রং এ যাবি, যেটা লেজিট নোট, যেগুলো তোর মনে হচ্ছে একটু রিস্কি, put it on the up. That's one of the tricks of. But any note is valid. Any note is valid, provided you shape it that way, rhythmically, phrase-wise. Okay, so can we? Any other questions? But these are great. See, another thing, the more the questions, that means I know that you have worked on it and you have these questions, the more questions you have, the better it is actually for both of us. Okay, so আজকে আমি যেটা করবার চেষ্টা করছিলাম, in fact, this is quite uncanny when every time you ask me questions and I have kind of that mental prep to explain that before. Anyway, Sam, Sam, you're looking thinner, baby. What's happening? Not eating or what?
No, sir.
Okay.
It's fine.
কি খালি প্র্যাকটিস করছিস, খাচ্ছিস না?
No, sir.
Okay, so what I was thinking of doing to address the chordal thing that Riju asked first. The guitar, like I keep saying, there's so many frets and so many strings. that extra bit of work is there, because in the piano, of course, we can work around one octave, and your octave it works. But guitar, because especially because of the tuning, with second and third string and tuning the different ways, you have to kind of work out extra bit and transposition. You can play this same thing here, there, everywhere. So keeping that in mind, we have to really learn the fretboard. Okay, now I will give you I'll set a rule for you in today's class in the first part, and then you have to work from there towards it. Now I'll start playing. Let's say we are playing in the key of G. So let's do a 2-5-1-6 in the key of G. But you're only allowed to go downwards physically. Downwards. Okay, now I'll give you the first shape and you have to work out the rest downwards. Okay, so I'm going to example this that third A minor chord 2-5-1-6. Neil, if you don't understand, please do stop me and ask me. Alright?
না স্যার বুঝতে পারছি কষ্ট করে
So 2-5-1-6 in the key of G will be A minor, D7, G, and E minor, but you might just want to play an E dom also, but let's keep it to E minor for now. So let me play this A minor 7, which we usually don't play. I mean, let's do one E note to one 6th string with your second finger, A with your third, C with your first finger on the fourth string, and G on the G string with your pinky. Now that is your A minor 7 chord. Now I want you to play A minor 7, some kind of a D7. It could be flat 9, flat 13, some kind of alt stuff. Maybe normal, just D7. Then G major 7th or G major 9, whatever, or E minor 7th or E minor 9th. So just give me one example. But you're only allowed.
Down. When you say down, it means like this way, right?
That's correct. That part of the fretboard.
And strings can be anything.
Anything, yeah.
And so could you just repeat the chords once?
2-5-1-6 in the key of G. That means A minor 7th, D for Delhi, dominant 7th, G major 7th, and E minor 7th, elephant minor 7th.
2561.
2-5-1-6.
Okay, 2516.
মানে A minor, D7, G আর E minor, remember?
হ্যাঁ স্যার এই প্রথম শেপ যেটা দেখালেন এটা আরেকবার একটু যদি দেখালেন
রিজু দেখা আমাদের
So first shape টা হচ্ছে এটা, where I am putting like E, C or G. মানে 12, 12, 10, 12.
16 থেকে আরম্ভ হয়েছে. Once you get that shape, it will come.
So for it, I was doing like, sorry sir.
Sure. No, I'm saying you can play any type of chord, meaning not strictly the triadic chord. You can play flat 9, major 6, major 9, whatever.
So closest I could get two, like one will be here.
Okay.
That's a pure A minor. আর একটা হচ্ছে like এখানে this or like 13 or like half.
So what is this chord you're playing? D? No. D13.
D13 I was playing, or flat for the body one, any type you want.
Okay. Cool. Keep going.
Sir, I was thinking, sir, we start from this, right? Okay.
Yes.
Then going to E flat diminished.
Beautiful. Fantastic.
Then we go to this kind of voicing, like we start from D.
Yeah.
Of D.
Okay.
Like this. So I've got up to this. Like this is what I've got.
Cool. এবার E minor টা পার করে ফেল, ওখানেই আসে.
E minor. So if I start from this only, like start from D only because it's a flat 7. So
Yes.
we could go to এরকম একটা. Like include the G instead of the F sharp.
Yeah. Very nice. Both of you all very nice. Riju and Chapu.
So I got a G like.
Beautiful. It's a major 9 bars.
So D dominant 7.
D dominant. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure. This is also, forces you, because I set you a shape starting point. It also forces you to search and also forces you to do a good voice reading. And voice reading is a very, very important thing that very, very complicated. Yeah, just take 5 minutes and work it out, and I'll give you a few examples. So one special thing will be nice if you don't use the first string too much in this exercise.
Sir, like for the E minor, could you play something like this?
Yeah, yeah. Wow, that's very modern sounding. Yeah, yeah, sure, yeah. And Shambhu, like I said, the 6 chord can be a Dom 7 also if you wish.
Oh, okay.
Sir, it can be achieved using some basic shapes also.
Yes, of course.
Yes, this one is A minor 7.
Okay.
Then I can have a D7, a normal G7, a D7.
D7, normal D7. Shape का मतलब की बात है? अगर बाला?
It's normal, like the A7 on the.
अच्छा, okay.
So I just move it to the D, C, D to the 10th fret.
Okay.
Then I can move it here to get a G.
Okay. अच्छा, okay.
And then here E minor.
Okay, not bad. But try and play, Nirmal, try and play ওই same block জায়গাটা, বুঝতে পারছিস? এটা যেমন ভালো না ওই ফ্রেট এরিয়াতে চেষ্টা কর যতটা
মানে শুধু এইটুকু এরিয়ার মধ্যে পুরোটা
যতটা পসিবল।
স্যার সৌম্য বলছি।
হ্যাঁ সুবল।
স্যার বলছি এইটা এই D7 এটা হবে? হ্যাঁ ওই একই মানে 12 ফ্রেটে।
হ্যাঁ কারেক্ট yes সেটা হবে অফ কোর্স।
ফাইনটা বাজায়নি আমি জাস্ট ওই চার্ড এটা বাজ 1 3 আর ফ্ল্যাট 7 টাইপ।
হ্যাঁ অফ কোর্স
হ্যাঁ
স্যার এখানে E minor 7 তাতে হতে পারবে না এখানে
স্যার আমি একটা করেছি আর কি, এটা আর কি ওই আপনার এটা A, ওকে, অ্যান্ড ডি এর ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে এরকম D7
আরেকবার বলো সব D7
এটা এই তিনটে।
আচ্ছা ওকে
আর ই মাইনারটা বাজালাম এইভাবে, আর জি মেজর যেটা আছে 7 যদি বাজাই।
Okay. Yeah, sure.
So I was playing one over here, E minor ta, because I thought eta hoar pore if I go to this, it will be similar mood.
Absolutely, and that's the attempt, Raju. Absolutely, now you got it. That's similar. That is the catchword. You know, it should flow into the same mood. Yeah, absolutely. And that will set you apart, Raju. From just to play the chords and just to, like you said, fitting into the same room, basically similarity. That will set you apart. Absolutely, fantastic. Yeah.
So for an E minor 7, does this sound work?
Yeah. Yeah, that should work. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's a lovely voicing, Sam. Beautiful.
স্যার 14th ফ্রেটে একটা E minor 7।
Okay.
একটু মানে
14th ফ্রেটে E minor 7 আছে না? Yeah, that is there also. Yes.
Sir.
Yeah, Shambhu.
So, like when you say you want to keep the mood of the chord same, so do we do that by keeping the strings same, or like keeping the string same kind of keeps the quality of the chord same? That's what I was thinking. Yeah. So when I was playing the diminished, even though I was playing the right chord, it was kind of sounding out of the mood or
no, but your diminished didn't read to my Amjotota Shunlam.
Okay.
It was okay in the same group. But keep trying, yeah. But that's the catch. That's exactly what it is.
Okay. Got
অনেক
it.
সময় কি হয় ফিজিক্যালি তুই বাজাতে পারছিস না ওই স্ট্রিং এ
হ্যাঁ,
নোটটা নেই,
হ্যাঁ।
সো তুই অন্য স্ট্রিং এ গেলি, দ্যাট ইজ স্টিল ওকে, এন্ড দেন
Okay.
you might take the option of not even playing that because it's going out of the mood. So,
Fair enough.
but you're right, absolutely right.
স্যার একটু বুঝতে অসুবিধা হচ্ছে একটা জিনিস।
বল বল।
স্যার অ্যাকচুয়ালি যে এই 4টে কর্ড যে প্লে করা হচ্ছে, সবাই যেটা করছে আর কি, সবাই কি ইনভার্সন গুলো খুঁজছে?
Absolutely.
এবার
But inversion গুলো not necessarily যে A minor 7 মানে A minor 7, তুই 9 তে বাজাতে পারিস, ডমিনেন্টে গিয়ে ফ্ল্যাট 9 বাজাতে পারিস।
ওকে ওকে।
So ballpark হিসেবে হচ্ছে A minor 7, D7, G minor 7 and E minor 7, সেটা তুই minor 9 তে বাজাতে পারিস।
ওকে স্যার, আরেকটা জিনিস বলছি যে এই যে স্ট্রিংটাকে সেম এই যে শেপের ব্যাপারটা একটু বলবেন, মানে যে এক্স্যাক্ট
বেসিক্যালি যেটা শ্যাম্বু or even Riju mentioned বললো যে if you keep maintaining the same string but set of strings but as much as possible, not like at a gun point or anything, তাহলে না ওই ভয়েস লিডিংটা তোকে মানে অনেক স্মুদার হয়, and you also work out the guitar better, you know. So ওই স্ট্রিং এ থাকার চেষ্টা কর, maybe একটা এক্সট্রা স্ট্রিং নিলি।
স্যার একটা এক্সাম্পল যদি দেন।
আমি দিচ্ছি, তোরা করে নে, আমি দিচ্ছি, অফকোর্স আমি সেই জন্য বলছি তোরা একটু চেষ্টা কর। Sam, you got some more? Sam, you got that one workout like in that style, a few more?
Yes, sir, trying.
Yeah, শুরুতে পেলে কিছু বললি?
কিন্তু আমি মানে আমার বেসিক শেপগুলো ইন দ্য সেম প্লেস আই ওয়াজ ট্রাইং জাস্ট a final chord I'm figuring out.
Okay, sure.
Oh, Dorian.
Let me know when I can show you something.
Sir, I was thinking like if we play this kind of sound for G major,
Lovely, beautiful.
then what I showed for E minor,
Yeah.
and then if I go for the G sharp,
Yeah.
and then I go for a for A minor I go to kind of F sharp minor 7 flat 5,
Right.
and then again C diminish,
Okay.
and then
Sure.
and then
Okay.
for E7.
Very nice. Yeah, sure. Of course. You know, Shambo, this style you just played is matching with what Sam showed. In the same kind of a sonic vibe, you know.
Right.
That very একটু modernish sounding.
স্যার এটা E-7 বাজানো যাবে স্যার?
Or I have my set of
Yeah, of course you can play, of course. Yeah, sure, of course.
I have my set of 4 keys that we
Okay.
basic. I'll show you what it is.
Okay. Very nice. Beautiful. That's it. See, this is what my word. I mean, this is what I mean. You know. Now that I'm putting pressure, working out in front of me, that if you can just do half an hour every day, তোর দেখবি ইমপ্রুভমেন্টটা এমনি করে যাওয়ার জায়গায় এমনি হয়ে যাবে, দেখবি this. So keep the pressure on. I know some of you all do it, but for whatever work, pressure, whatever, এই জিনিসটা আমি just put my ghost in front of you every day, or not necessarily my ghost, your own ghost, like looking at you. Because see, what I was saying, within 7 minutes you got this whole shape, and eventually what happens, thora amake ekta chord chart dilo keu, and I'm going 1 2 3 4 let's go, so you have to go to that. Okay, so shall I
Sir, I did get a good chord, but problem is it's like an A minor with a D bass kind. It's
That's
not
okay.
exactly A minor, and also it's on the 12th fret, so it's not out of bounds. I'm
Acha,
playing.
okay. It's going out of the color
But
a little
it's
bit.
sounding good with the progression, but it's like on the 12th.
Let me hear it. Let me hear it, baby. Play it.
It's a bit of a stretch.
Okay. Oh,
It's like something like this.
yeah. Do you listen to Nick Johnston and guys like this a lot?
No, sir, nothing like that.
Because every time you play something, you got this. Maybe
Sir,
you're just new
sir,
edition. That's why she's a modern edition. No, she's ugly. You got that?
I
Yeah,
still,
Bob.
I still sound mostly listen to old people only.
Okay, okay. No, because you seem to have a little bit of a modern, instinctive kind of a way to approach things, which is I can understand because you're like new generation.
sir, C major এর এই শেপটা
Baja?
এটা হচ্ছে 10th এর যেটা
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure. Yes, that works. Okay. Yeah, cool. Anyway, so what you all played, everything is right, cool. But thing is, Shekhanen, the main point is it has to be flowing from the first shape that I give it. And some of it was working. But there are maybe different ways of doing it, and not really exactly. Okay, now I can you see my left hand, guys? Okay, the first figure was this. Okay, now next part is D7. All I'm doing is see what I'm doing is I'm playing this chord shape. Second finger in E flat on the 6th string. Second finger in the baja. Pinky ta bachi A note on the 12th fret of the 5th string. And C bachi 4th string with my first finger on the 10th fret. And with my ring finger or the 3rd finger, I'm playing an F sharp on the G string on the 11th fret. So it's like Richard, another thing is if I'm playing a 4-note voicing, try and stick to a 4-note voicing. So it gives you that symmetry. See? So smooth. I mean,
So yeah, if we just do this like,
yeah.
Right.
Okay. So everyone's got that second shape, guys. D7 flat 9, that is. With the flat 9 and the bass. Okay. Now, here at this juncture, okay, let me just finish this and I'll come back to this. How to make things easier for you. So A minor 7th, then D7 flat 9 with the flat 9 in the bass. So got a bit. এটা লিখে নিবি নাকি একবার এই শিফট?
হ্যাঁ
ওকে
স্যার এটা তো ডিটাই নেই না
দরকার নেই
স্যার ক্যান ইউ রিপিট
শো আমি তোকে প্রথম থেকে শেপটা বলছি নীল যেটা আমি বললাম সেটা লিখেছিস তো A minor 7 সেটা জানিস
yes
okay the next one is 6-11 that means 16-11 fret with my second finger which is my flat 9th of D. Then 5-12, that means 5th string 12th fret with my pinky, which is the 5th of D.
স্যার নোটস গুলো বললেই হবে
Acha, then C on the 4th string, and then F sharp on the 3rd string. Yeah. So Shambhu, that the flow of things.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
And then next one.
Oh, yeah.
See how it kind of blooms into that chord. So a third chord to the rhythm peg আছে which born on the third chord.
There's G major 7th with a 5th in the bass. So basically, আমি যদি fret wise বলি তাহলে it's 10, 10, 9, 11. And notes wise বললে it's a D, then a G, then the third, and then the major 7th on top.
So from low to high is D,
Finger
G, E, and F. Finger to ball.
So I'm use করছি like middle finger on the 6th string, then the ring finger on the 5th, first finger on the 4th string, 9th fret, and then pinky on the 3rd string, 11th fret. I was doing that. মানে ওপরে দুটো হচ্ছে middle finger, ring finger, যেটা দুটোই 10th fret, D আর G. আর তারপরের 4th stringটা হচ্ছে first finger দিয়ে করছি, বাঁ দিকে আছে বলে, যেটা হচ্ছে 9th fret আমার আছে, রাইট? B যেটা আছে, আর তারপরে আমার পিঙ্কিটা আছে 11th ফ্রেটে। ইট ইজ লাইক দিস অন এফ শার্প নোটটা।
Super basis. That's your D. That's your G. And your first finger is in B on the 4th. And পিঙ্কিটা তোমার F sharp আছে 3rd string.
সেম অ্যাজ এ মাইনর 7 এর সেটটাই একটা নোট দিকে।
Right. এইবারে now the flow is like this. Now all you have to do is take the pinky off and bar the first finger till the 3rd string. That's an E minor 7. Pinky will probably, basically pinky will go and then 11th fret, 9th fret. So go into E minor 7. Same thing, exactly pinky. Basis. Chabo basis. Yeah. So this is how I'll keep going till the as much as possible. So this is how I was looking for. I'm not changing strings. I'm not going anywhere. But it's really actually seeing the route, the rasta, the road. You know what I mean? So that gives you. And then see that C6th, যেটা আমরা এখন শিখলাম, that becomes an A minor 7 for the next chord. I mean for the next circle. But since I'm trying to stick on the lower 4 strings, I'm playing C with my second finger, E and A, and E again on the 3rd string. Some kind of A minor 7. C to second finger by the way. C, তারপরে E আর A 5th string and 4th string, and then again another E on the 3rd string. Pinky দিয়ে. Now you can very well play the G on the 2nd string, but then I want to stick to 4-note voicing, so it's like So that's your A minor 7.
Third finger
And then related page is A minor 7, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now D7th, this is great. So all C doesn't go anywhere. Just bring that F sharp on the 5th string. So C, F sharp, A and D. C, 5th string F sharp, A and D on the 4th string and 3rd string. That's a B7th. C, শুরু বেশি সি এটা কিন্তু সেকেন্ড ফিঙ্গার দিয়ে বাজাবি সি এফ শার্প with your ring finger on the fifth string and fourth. Then A on the fourth string and D on the third string. See this D7, we hardly play this.
Sorry, I got the idea. It's like you took this one,
Yeah,
and then you used the major 7.
that's correct.
Dominant 7, sorry. In the
Yeah, absolutely. Short peli, shape to peli.
আচ্ছা
So D7, and then we someone asked me something.
Sorry, this is a এটা আট করলে this is a sixth আরেকটা shape.
এটা C6 না, এটা D7.
Okay.
Then spelling to that D7 এর মতো দেখতে লাগছে।
Pinky দিয়ে we are playing the E, right?
না পিঙ্কি তো এখন ওটা ছিল এখন নেই D7 এর সময় নেই you can add it like a D9 but you know because I didn't play the E, you know why I don't want to play the E because I just came out of E for the A minor, so you know the motion টা তাহলে স্টপ হয়ে যাবে স্ট্যাটিক হয়ে যাবে করতেই পারিস but and then G major 7th all you have to do is push the C down to B and pinky comes down on B on the fourth string, so it's a B minor.
স্যার আরেকবার বলুন ওটা
একদম পিওর B minor যেটা এভরিডে B minor করে এইটা
ওকে ই পাই
মানে B minor তোর G major 7th হয়ে গেল না now E minor is damn easy from there, all you have to do is open the F sharp and make it an E on the fifth string. F sharp আছে না fifth string ওটা open it up make it E then go there you go so this now বলো
এই সেটের প্রথমে দুটো কর্ড একটু দেখাবেন
এটা শিফটে প্রথমটা কর্ড কি বললাম C6 এটা বললাম মানে C E A E. This was our A minor 7. And then D7 was C F sharp A D.
C F sharp
A D. AD on the fourth string and third string 7.
Okay, then B minor and
then B minor তোর G major 7 হয়ে গেল and pinky টা খুলে দিলি তুই E টা D করে দিলি ওটা তোর E minor 7. Now guys here you could put flat nines also, it's very close. Now let's go back to the D7 voicing.
Yes, thinking that.
All you have to put that E flat. E flat about third string about. Get the finger to change it. Play with your ring finger. E flat.
এটা আমরা ফোর্থ মানে থার্ড ফিঙ্গারটা বাজাচ্ছি না তো
থার্ড ফিঙ্গারটা বাজাচ্ছি রে ফ্ল্যাট নাইনের সময় বাজাচ্ছি
আচ্ছা আগেরটা তো বাজাচ্ছিলাম না D7 তে বাজাচ্ছিলাম
না বাজাচ্ছি
Just what chord were we going to before this chord?
That's a D7 and then last B minor was G major 7.
B minor chord.
B minor পরে we played E minor which is B minor যেটা বাজাচ্ছিস ওই E minorটা খালি F sharpটা ওপেন করে দিও it should fall down to E note. That becomes E minor.
আমি সবকটা স্ট্রিং খুঁজলাম except the third string and then I saw E flat is there in the third string.
And then we go back to the original, the first shape, right?
Yeah.
From which note that we are going to, sorry, the last chord.
Last chord is তোমার E minor 7th and the voicing will be
এটার পরে আপনি যে ওই A minor যে অন্য শেপটা দেখাচ্ছিলেন এই যে এরকম টাইপের যে শেপটা দেখাচ্ছেন
ওটা C6 রে মানে এই যে A minor, C,
Yeah.
E, E, আবার adjacent string A, and then pinky E on the third string. That's A minor 7. Yeah. So that kind of thing.
Sir, could we keep the F sharp in the A minor as well? Like,
Yeah, we could.
then
Yeah,
again-
sure.
yeah.
Of course. Yeah, sure. No, Shambhu, see, this is so many choices. তুই এতগুলো choices করছিস তো এবারে তুই ধর এই সেকেন্ডে 4 বার বাড়াতে হচ্ছে তুই 4 বার 4 রকম করবি,
Right, of course.
make a little musical statement, make variation, you know.
Got it, yeah.
স্যার লাস্টের কর্ডটা একবার বলবেন, ওই যেটা লাস্টে বাজালাম 9 করে, তো
Flat nine করে।
ফ্ল্যাট 9 করে, তো এটা কি এরকম ছিল?
Deck. Okay. All right. Yeah, exactly. So now, okay, I can carry on, but let me just come back to a little bit. See, just when you're playing, keep noticing or keep noting some of the things that is happening. Let's go back to the original chord shape. The first chord যেটা আমি তোদের দিয়েছিলাম, একটু সবাই ধরো এটা, বাজার physically play on it.
স্যার একটু যদি নোটগুলো যদি একটু বলে দেন পরপর, জাস্ট কুইকলি, ঠিক আছে? সবগুলো আর কি, মানে অল কর্ডসের জাস্ট একটু রিভাইজ দিন।
Acha,
just quickly.
Shambhu, give me the first thing and then I'll catch it.
Sure, sir. So on the 6th string, 12th fret, the
Yes,
top one we call the
Not
6th string, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So E, A, C, and G.
That is your A minor 7.
A minor 7. Yeah. And then do I go to the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So we go to E flat, A, C, and F sharp.
That is your D7 flat 9 with the flat 9 in the bass.
Then the next one would be G major 7th. So that would be our D, আমাদের G, B, and F sharp. So that's G major 7th. And for E minor 7th, we changed the F sharp to E. So the top 3 strings remain the same. There is G, D, G, B, and the 4th string is E. And then what we did was we went back to A minor. So we played the kind of C6 shape that Sir showed, but instead of like this, I think it would be C, E, A, and E, right? Yeah. And then we could put, instead of playing the E on the 5th string, we could put it back to F sharp. So we get the D7 shape, that would be C, F sharp, A, and E. We could do that also, or we could play the flat 9 where we put the E to E flat. So that's D7, the D7 flat 9. So up till now it's all good, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that's D7 done. Then we went back to, I think, our G major. So that's the B minor 7th shape, that is B, F sharp, A, and D. So that's G major 7th. And then for the E minor 7th, we put the F sharp to E. So B, E, A, oh no, so B, E, B, and then D.
Correct. Very nice. Very clear. Cool. Neil Pages, are you okay till now? Okay.
একদম.
Thanks, Shab. Okay. Now let's go back to the second shape, guys. That A minor 7th. আমরা যেটা পাচ্ছি না. Go back to that E7th, D7 flat 9. That shape. Everyone is trying to get that shape. Yeah. Now we know a little bit of a theory. We know it's a D7 flat 9. In other words, it's a diminished chord, right? So it কি হবে? D sharp diminished or E flat diminished. So obviously this shape is. So that's why we are playing that chord there, up there also in that shape sharp. You যেটা বলবি এখন?
Yeah.
See, it's automatically becoming that. So this will, at least if you know that at the back of your mind, at least this you don't have to work out. You know that shape, oh, it will work there. So it's a D7 flat. This is also a D7 flat. This is also a D7. chord shapings. So now, obviously, if I give you another lesson, let's say that if this is a D7 flat 9 chord here on the 8th fret, work out the rest of the chords from that area. So it is the D7 one, the G major 7, and so on. So this is voice leading ritual. This is, guys, this is, you see how we know the chords, but yet we have to search for the logic system of. So the idea is, again, A shape A minor 7th, this A minor 7th. A, and basically C triad with A bass. Now I wanted to play chords. I'm playing C 1 note on the 5th string and 3 notes on the 3rd, 2nd and 1st string. C minor 7th. So how do we get a D7th type chord? All you have to do is C goes to B and A note goes to F sharp. Or A note can stay there. G major 7th. We already did G major 7th. And then A minor 7th in a caution take later. Then this chord shape. Or you want to stick to just the first 3 strings on top. Or put a G triad on top. G triad. So the trick here, guys, is I want you all to set a rule to yourself. What I'm saying is, either lowest string, so you're forced to think in those terms and not finding any which way that second string first string jump only. You know.
Got it. Yeah.
Then you said, okay, then I'm taking the middle 4 strings and then the upper 4 strings, and then take 3 strings from the top and 1 string at the bottom, not adjacent but একটা ছেড়ে. The first string, second string, third string, 4th string টা ছেড়ে দিয়ে 5th string. So that way, Shambhu, you're forced to think harder outside your comfort zone.
You're right. So do we do this with a time constraint or like try?
It'll be nice because eventually you have to play on time. The আগে আঙুলে একটু savvy হয়ে গেলে, you know, and then play in different tempos so you can, you know. So this is chord voicing and voice leading. This is incredibly helpful to force yourself to think in a logical chord version. And see, this already sounds, if you play just the chords, it sounds kind of quite logical and musical.
So
and
just
then,
one,
ball, keep going.
Just একটা observation ছিল যেখানে মানে আমরা যখন A থেকে we are going to this where the flat 9 is in the bass, এই harmony it was sounding very smooth, মানে it was gliding through. যেখানে I was playing this and the harmony is now at top,
right,
where it was sticking out. So is this like is this how it is? Like this, that's the voicing we are playing.
The voicing. You're moving a motion on. See, a string, it's like a violin, and to the closest. This is what it is. So one last thing about when it comes to chord before we step into the single note playing using triads.
Sir, I lost my
inversion to Bashina. Now, obviously, try and play it here and move the voices from there. Exact same thing. That.
You on to
Italy?
You are available.
Voicings will work. So
Sir,
Yeah.
I lost my network for a bit, so could
Okay,
you? I
okay.
didn't.
Okay. See, আমরা যে এইগুলো বার করলাম না এখান থেকে
Yeah.
6 থেকে onwards মানে
Yeah.
6 5 4 3 তো আছে সেটাই সেম এক্সাক্ট ভয়েসিং স্টাইল played from the fifth string onwards lower the fret
Okay. Okay.
and then carry on with the same voicings.
Okay. So you mean this like from here you need to start and then okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Keep going, yeah.
Like along all the steps. Okay. Got it.
That's correct. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
So this is your homework basically. I mean, as far and take the series টা না যেটা আমরা করলাম, try and come from here to as low as possible down the finger. So Riju, you'll go through the entire chord system on the lower fourth string, and no stone will be unturned because you'll be seeing every shape. But একটু পরে দেখবি you can add the nines to a chord or a flat nine, you know. Basically voice lead. So that is what it is. Okay, we'll take a 2-minute break and then we'll get to single note playing by using triads and using hexatonal scales, which is easy.
Anyone wrote down all the shapes?
আমার মনে হয় রিজু লিখে দিয়েছে। ও ওয়াও,
লিখে নিয়েছে পুরো শেপগুলো?
আমার একটা গুগল ডক,
Yeah.
I take all the notes there, সব ক্লাসে।
Hey, okay, I'll connect.
না তোর রিজু তোর ঘুম চলে যাবে এবার দেখবি সবাই তোকে ফোন করবে।
রিজু থেকে নোট নাও স্যার।
কিছু বললি নির্মল?
হ্যাঁ স্যার, রিজু কিসে নোট নাও?
আমি গুগল ডকসে নোট নিই, ইজিয়ার হয়, মানে একটা স্ক্রিনে এটা চলে, আমি সুইচ করে লিখে নিয়ে আবার চলে আসি।
ওকে,
গুগল ডকটা ইজিলি শেয়ার করা যায়। I will send you my email.
Oh bloody net.
I write down the shapes.
নির্মল
Oh,
I like put numbers or notes to it, মানে like a bracket or something.
Yeah. Shubho, if you get a hint of either from Nirmalo or Riju, you'll get the ballpark area and then you'll figure it out yourself. It should be that hard.
no, I am putting the shapes and also the finger and the notes. এতগুলো লিখতে না এত তাড়াতাড়ি
সময় লাগে। আচ্ছা, okay. But is there any way you can record the class? Will that be easier?
Yes, sir. I'm screen recording the class right now.
Okay, but only keep it to yourself, like personally.
Yes, sir. Yes, of course.
Hey, do you keep it in Google Drive or something? And I have to
No, I store it in my like in the hard drive. But if it's possible, I can probably send it to in Google Drive.
Sir, video
I'll
allow to
upload it,
post
yes,
the
sir.
class.
এই আমি সৌম্য বলছি স্ক্রিন রেকর্ডিংটা করলে কি অডিওটা আসে?
না,
আসে।
মাঝে আসে না, মানে আমার নিজের অডিওটা মাঝে আসে না। I don't know why, but first it was coming, but recently in the recent recordings it's not
হ্যাঁ,
there.
একটুখানি সমস্যা মনে হয়।
File size will be huge, right? If you're recording like 2 hours or something.
Yeah, it's very huge. It's 2 hours of recording. Yeah,
That's a lot of data, man.
I know, but it's fine. I mean, I'm in a hostel.
ডিলিট করে দিতে পারিস, মানে যে দেখে নিয়ে ডিলিট করে দিতে পারিস।
না বাট এইখানে গুগল মিটে রেকর্ডিং করা যায় না, বিকজ জুমে রেকর্ডিং করা যায়, আমি জানি।
ওটা তো প্রবল লাগে, মানে ওটার জন্য মানে
I think access like
In fact, Amar, if we do the class in Zoom, I think the video quality is better for recording and stuff.
জুমে একটা প্রবলেম আছে রে, হাফ অ্যান আওয়ার পরে রিনিউ করতে হয়, কি সব ব্যাপার আছে।
স্যার আমার কাছে লাইসেন্স আছে জুম।
আচ্ছা, ওকে।
Oh, amazing.
So I can record and I can actually share it.
Okay.
So the Sunday classes you can host on Zoom, kya?
না, সেটা গুগল মিটেও করা যায় যদি থাকে,
লাইসেন্স থাকে না।
হ্যাঁ।
স্যার আমার কাছে সমস্ত ইনফরমেশন গুলো লেখা আছে, একদম থরলি নোট ডাউন করা আছে, মানে কারো যদি লাগে আমি প্রোভাইড করতে পারি, একদম থরলি আছে।
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah, sure. I mean, that's the way. Yeah.
স্যার আরেকটা জিনিস বলতে চাই স্যার, একটু আগে যে কর্ড গুলো ফাইন্ডিংস করা হলো আর কি, সবাই আপনার স্টুডেন্টরা করলো, সেগুলো যদি একটু পাওয়া যায় কোনো রকম, সবাই যদি শেয়ার করতে ইচ্ছুক হয় আর কি, খুব ভালো হয় আর কি।
Sure, ওরা তো সেটাই বলছে, মানে
খুব বিউটিফুল কর্ডস গুলো ওরা ফাইন্ড করেছে। ঠিক আছে, যদি কোনো রকম ভাবে করা যায় আর কি, মানে
Sure.
হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে।
Yeah, of course. You just connect with the group and
স্যার আমি
Shambu has
বলছিলাম
it recorded, Riju has it written. Oh, I
স্যার
think
আমি
Vimal
বলছি
also has. হ্যাঁ, অরুণ বল।
স্যার মানে অনেকেই তো ধরুন আমরা গ্রুপে আছি যারা অনেকে ক্লাস করেন মানে এখনো করেন না, তো যারা আছি তারা যদি একটা সেপারেট একটা যদি গ্রুপ করি তাহলে সেটার মধ্যে মানে যারা আমরা কন্টিনিউ করছি তাহলে আমরা সেখানে শেয়ার করতে পারি।
Absolutely, absolutely. And don't share it with people who don't.
People in the groups.
এবং যদি রিজুদা তুমি যদি একটু এটা একটু ইনিশিয়েটিভ যদি নাও তাহলে আমরা সবাই তাহলে আমরা একটা গ্রুপে থাকলাম মানে যারা আমরা রোজ রেগুলার বেসিসে আছি, তাহলে কি হয় আমরা একটু শেয়ার করতে পারি।
Share করতে পারি। We can just share the shapes and also then it'll be easier for everyone to practice.
Yes, yes. কিন্তু তোদের প্রেজেন্ট গ্রুপটা নিয়ে করিস।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
মানে এখন যারা আছে।
হ্যাঁ
আমি ঋষভ দার থেকে একবার জেনে নেবো, দিয়ে সব জায়গায় বলে একবার করে দেবো।
ঠিক আছে।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ।
See, basically that this all recording and all that is fantastic, but eventually when we learned, it was just by head, but the radio, later cassette, and a notebook. You know, I mean, nothing can come close to that. You know, you cannot substitute that. It's fantastic that now we have all that and replay it. And once I come out of the class, my day is over. I mean, I have to grab app as much as possible. এখন কি রেকর্ড করলাম, পরে একটা ওই ডিক্টোফোন বলে একটা ব্যাপার বেরোলো না, ছোট এইটুকু, to record the class or whatever. But I didn't do that. I just there's also a way to like a very primitive way of doing it. But I think there's a thing about it. There's more in a way. I don't want to use the word responsibility, but more the uptake quality. মানে ওই 5 মিনিটের মধ্যে তোকে grab thing.
Yes,
But
also in my like consciousness, I'm always thinking I have a recording, so
Yeah,
like I'm not
yeah.
retaining it. Like
You can fall back, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But that's
yeah.
kind of a bad thing because the more you retain, the better.
True. But also you may as well use the facilities that we have in
Of
modern
course, yeah.
That Shambu personality উপর ডিপেন্ড করে। এবার তুই যদি বলিস যে ওটা আছে আমি পরের বছর দেখবো, তাহলে তো it's back,
Yeah. But I'm very good at procrastination, so that's a really bad thing for me. So.
Okay. Yeah, no, but it doesn't seem like তোরা কেউই না। It doesn't seem like.
Only thing na,
Only bhalo, sir.
plus the basic chords that we discuss in every class and the shapes যদি থাকে না তাহলে এটা মানে ফার্স্ট রিভাইজ করবে যখন সন্ধ্যাবেলা একটা ভুলে গেলে একটু খুব কষ্ট হয়। খারাপ হচ্ছে 1 মাস পরে যখন মানে আবার ওটা মাথা থেকে একটু বেরিয়ে গেছে যদি আনতে হয়, পাতাটা দেখতেই ইনস্ট্যান্টলি মনে পড়ে গেলে ব্যাস লেখা আছে। So quick question, after the 4 bars you played this C6, right? Right, and then C6 থেকে D7 যখন যাচ্ছে জাস্ট ইটাকে উঠিয়ে দেবো।
Yes, and শুধু একটু অ্যানালাইজ করে নিস শুভ, তুই যে করলি যে D7 তে রিয়েলি গেরিনি একবার দেখে নি। And you could also have a flat 9 with it, that doesn't matter, or 13 with it, but essentially it should be a D7 type.
And then B minor?
B minor মানে তুই substituting for G major 7.
মানে রেগুলার
Right.
আর তারপর এই ফিফথটাকে উঠিয়ে দিয়ে বিটাকে উঠিয়ে দিয়ে এটা A.
That's correct. For your E minor 7.
And then it goes back to that second, right?
The second shape, yes. And you can keep going, but you can work it out on your own. Okay, I just want to, for next 15-20 minutes, let me just do single notes, okay? So basically, again, like we did in the chord thing, moving chords, if you have learning by scales is one thing, that's one thing, but if you're using, now I'm kind of making trying to make a thinner path to walk on. Suppose we have break it down a basic chords, like basically how many types of chords do we have? Major 7 chord, minor 7 chord, dominant 7 chord, half diminished and diminished. Now I've included the half diminished and diminished within the dominant family in my head in a whichever way. So basically we have 3 types to start with. So let's just handle major 7 and dominant 7, minor 7 maybe কালকে পরের দিন করবো whatever. It's pretty easy. So let's take just A major 7th, for example. Okay? And just use triads on that. And we'll try all 12 triads on top of that. And we'll see how it sounds. And somehow we will cancel a few, obviously, because harmonically incompatible hoye jabe. But which once we have to retain a few. So keep that, and that will explain the entire scale that you want to play. So now this is another way of thinking. Instead of thinking scales, you're thinking triad, not even 4-note chords, just triads. And then making a new scale out of this, which is called a hexatonal scale. It's got 6-note scales. That gives you an incredibly different modern sound. Okay, let's say A major 7th. So let's see. I'm just saying. I'm just superimposing A major 7 chord in A major triad. It's worthless to even think because it's not doing anything. Let's try A sharp major triad. That means B flat major triad. কি হচ্ছে এখানে B flat, D and F are the new notes. Now if you superimpose that chord over A major 7 and basically it becomes a flat 9, 4th and a sharp 5. Now in Western music with the major 7 chord, the 4th note is a problem. It's an avoid note. Remember আমরা শিখেছিলাম আগে and flat 9 is almost non-existent in the Western music. It is there now, of course, because of the whatever, but generally. So we will throw this chord out. So no B flat over it. Even though later we will learn how to play it. Yeah.
Sir,
Shankar.
Sir, I just wanted to know, like, how do you write slash chords? Like, what was the thing? Like, what was the bass and which was the chord? Like,
বাঁদিকে তো বেস থাকবে নিচে এটা হচ্ছে পলি কর্ডস বাজ এটা স্ল্যাশ কর্ড না বাবু
Okay.
স্ল্যাশ let me just slash chords is which you write on the left and then slash and then so when you write a slash chord it is to be understood that the first one is a bass note not a chord.
Okay.
আর ডান দিকে যেটা লিখছি সেটা chord.
Got it. Okay.
So I write it more on top as if the slash is a little more slanted so the chord is on top so it shows the and this is what we're talking about. This is polychord. It's playing two chords on both hands. মানে piano যদি বাস বাদিকে একটা chord ডান দিকে একটা.
So how do I write it, sir? Like if I want to write it?
You write both the chords.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Sir, just because you said polychord, is there anything called omnichord?
Omni. I don't know of.
I heard this Tim Henson. He was saying that this one song he took these chords from omnichord, and তারপর আমি omnichord অনেক সার্চ করলাম দেখলাম omnichord is an instrument which generates chords, but I couldn't find what was technically omnichord.
Oh, okay. Some people call they give their name. যেমন mu chord বলে একটা আছে মাইক্রোচিপের যে m টা লেখে না m that Sividan uses a mu chord which is basically a
আমি যে কনটেক্সটে বুঝলাম অনেকগুলো chord উঠিয়েছে বললো I took this from the omnichord. So
that means from that from the that whatever that device ওখান থেকে হয়তো নিয়েছে
টেম হ্যানসন লিখে ওরকম করে প্রথমে একটা প্রোগ্রাম করে and then like সেখান থেকে chord notes উঠিয়ে he plays. That's why
right. Anyway, so B flat cancel হয়ে গেল even though we have the sharp 5 but that's a little bit out. So let's take B triad. B triad is B, D sharp and F sharp. These are all played over A major 7 chord. So you're playing a triad, not even a major 7, just a triad. So B, D sharp and F sharp. So B is the 9th of A, D sharp is the sharp 11, sharp 4 which is the Lydian sound and F sharp is the 13. So it's great. So now over A major 7 you're playing that kind of sound, that kind of sound. So you get that Lydian sound with the 13 unit. So all you have to do is A major 7 with the B. Now, let's just go through a few chords and then we'll get into the scale. Next chord is a C chord, C triad. C triad has a C, so it won't work. Even though এই যেগুলো আমরা রিজেক্ট করছি সেগুলো পাসিং হিসেবে we can play later, but not for. Yeah, it can't come back. Let me just give me 10 minutes. One second, until we finish this. So C is out because it's got a minor note, and it's got a G, so it's got a dominant 7 note, so that is going to be out. Let's take C sharp. Try it. Now C sharp has what notes? C sharp,
F and G sharp.
So now C sharp is a third of A. That's what fine. F is of sharp 5, and tomar G sharp is a major 7. So it's a great chord to play. Now, when you're playing a slash chord like that, since you're altering the 5 to sharp 5, don't play the perfect 5 in the chord, in the basic chord. Okay, so the chord sounds like this. I'm playing an Amyt 7 with a C sharp triad on top.
So kind of A augmented sound.
Yes, but now you can handle this, but just by playing triads.
Okay.
Just play A major 7th, and after that you play C sharp triad. So you go.
Got it. Almost like G flat melodic minor kind of.
It is not almost. It is coming from there. Absolutely. আমি যেহেতু স্কেলটা মেনশন করছি না বলে আমি বলছি না, but we'll revisit that. নির্মল বলো।
স্যার যখন নোটস গুলো বাজাচ্ছি তখন এ মেজর 7th এর সাথে সি ট্রায়াড বাজাচ্ছি,
সি শার্প,
সরি সি শার্প ট্রায়াড। আর আপনি যখন দুটো কম্বাইন করে যে কর্ডটা বাজাচ্ছেন তখন সেটা কিভাবে কম্বাইন করে কর্ডটা বাজাচ্ছেন?
সেটা জাস্ট সি শার্প টপ, সি শার্প ট্রায়াড ওভার এ বেস।
ওকে, মানে আমরা এ মেজর 7th এর উপর প্রত্যেকটা ট্রায়াড কে চেঞ্জ করে করে দেখব।
Absolutely. So this is the sound you get. It's a great. It's modally it's called a Lydian augmented scale. Mode or whatever. So now the fun thing is, if you want to switch, sometimes if you A major 7th or on a full cramp করছো, A major 7th এর উপরে তুই C sharp minor বাজাতে পারিস, you know, like. But then C sharp minor can become C sharp major. What this now is. And then make it Lydian. So F to E flat. Just by using triadic processing, you know. So all the sound with an A. I have the A. Now Lydian. By using a B triad. Now C sharp triad.
Sounds really smooth, sir.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So what Lydian?
It's a Lydian augmented. Okay, the name of this mode is Lydian augmented.
মানে A7 এর উপরে C sharp বাজালে ওই
A major 7th এর উপরে C sharp triad বাজালে you get that sound, because the large chord will be A major 7 sharp. Yeah.
Gospel non-diatonic third.
All the chilo.
C sharp major triad টা তো নাকি
C sharp major triad. See, we are only playing major. And major 7 के लिए আবার অন্য একটা টেরিটরি খুলে যাবে।
না আপনি বলছেন যে মাইনারটাও বাজানো,
মাইনারটা বাজালে তো নরমাল A মেজর স্কেলে তো তুই C sharp বাজাতেই পারিস।
স্যার কি ছিল জি ফ্ল্যাট মেলোডিক মাইনার না এটা?
জি ফ্ল্যাট মেলোডিক মাইনার থেকে ওই কর্ডটা আসে।
এটা A Lydian augmented তো।
A Lydian augmented, correct. It's called an Lydian augmented, yeah. because you got the flat.
And so when we were playing the B major triad,
Yes.
what kind of sound was it creating?
Lydian, A Lydian sound.
Same.
Ekdom normal A Lydian sound.
A Lydian.
I play another my own thing. I play like something called a
Basically,
double.
we were going between A Lydian and A Lydian augmented.
That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. Okay. The next triad is D triad. D triad is the fourth. So we'll straight away
cancel
out. E flat triad. Next one is D sharp or E flat triad. E flat triad our B flat আছে so flat 9 হয়ে যাচ্ছে and G আছে so dominant হয়ে যাচ্ছে, so again we'll kick it out. Then we got E triad. So E triad is a great sound. We got E, G sharp and B. That means you got an A major 9 sound. So you got so E is triad, easy. E triad, it doesn't go anywhere, it's just a nice. What about an F triad? F triad has a C, so it's a minor chord. So again, but always keep in mind, যেগুলো আমরা reject করছি না এগুলো কিন্তু একদম out of the book করিস না, ওটা once in our lives we will use them, you know. So at least, so F এর পরে F sharp. Now F sharp has everything was fine except
flat
for B
9.
flat.
Flat 9, yeah.
So flat 9. So for time being, we will again get it out of the way. G triad, next one. G triad is got a G, so dominant, out again. So next one is a G sharp triad over A. So G sharp triad has a C. Otherwise, both these other notes were fantastic.
So it doesn't have C sharp.
No, but G sharp triad has C, আছে না? C sharp to A te
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm thinking something else.
Yeah. So these are the triads that can be used over major 7th for so and so sound. But you can take the basic chord, the A triad, and the superimposed triad and make a scale and make what we call a hexatonal scale. Okay. Now this is the sound of X-ray. It's a slightly open-ended sound. So the A triad, and then go to the B triad. So the first two chords I'm talking about. So now you get this sound. So have you noticed something? I have not played a G sharp. So that would complete the scale. Now with the hexatonal minus 6-note scale, so if I have the G sharp, that will complete the scale. Because of the absence of the note, you're sounding a little bit floaty and not really grounded to the chord really, even though you're in with the chord. Second watch. The moment I play, see that it brings you back into the tonality. So these are small little things, no? With modern music, this is being invented or discovered over.
স্যার সৌম্য বলছি,
হ্যাঁ বল সৌম্য।
ওই জি শার্পটা ট্রায়াডটাকে তো ক্যান্সেল করে দিলেন নাকি?
না ওইটাই আমি বললাম যে দুটো কালার বেরিয়ে এলো না, তুই A major 7th তুই বাজাচ্ছিস that hexatonal scale which is built on A triad and B triad.
আচ্ছা।
So তুই 6টা নোট পাচ্ছিস, so therefore is a hex, that means 6. So এবারে G sharp নোটটা তুই absent রেখেছিস for that floatiness, you know, different kind of open end sound. The moment you bring it in, it gives you a grip and as if you land on the major.
Resolve.
Yeah, resolution. Even though that's not the root note. Root note is A note, right? No? So এই যে musical যারা hard listeners, যারা musical listeners, they will catch you for this and you will score on these things, or as a higher position, or not as a competition level বলছি না, মানে just self improvement. So this is what it is, and then you can take the next chord and do the same thing, make a hexatonal combination. So like this we can go to dominant and do the same thing. And dominant quickly we can go, or is it getting too much? We'll do next time, guys.
No, sir, carry on, sir.
Okay. কটা বাজে রে?
12টা।
Okay, ঠিক আছে, we can do another 5 minutes. Okay, so obviously dominant মানে তো the world is at your feet basically. You know. But we will again try and systemize it. So let's take A7 now. Now, as usual, we will try a half step higher. It's B flat 7. So B flat 7. Then, if you analyze, we have a B flat D and F. So B flat and F is a A7 altered chord. But then the D is a bit of a problem there. So let's drop it for now. Okay. Let's do B triad. Now B triad, like we have a 9, we have a sharp 11 and a 13. So now you can play that triad over A7. Now, because in an A7 chord, we can play the G note and you can also play a B augmented. And বলতে A7 তে G আছে তো, so B এর দিক দিয়ে দেখতে গেলে B, D sharp আর G হয়ে যাচ্ছে. So you can therefore play 3 augmented chords, B augmented chord, G augmented chord, and E flat augmented chord. And this is where Giant Steps by Coltrane was based on. This you know. You know that these 3 keys. So this is how you expand on a sound. Well, chordta bache A7, but today auto sound patches. So let me just play a little bit of A7. Chordta শুনতে পাচ্ছিস নিজু? That's your A7. Now B. B augmented. G augmented. E flat augmented. So now the sound is kind of not gripped because you're not playing the G note. You're just playing A and B. Unless you're playing the G augmented chord. Now check it out, guys. A chord and B chord, okay, has 6 notes. Key note is A, C sharp, E, and B, D sharp, and F sharp. There's only one note is missing to complete the 7-note scale. And if you put the G note of the A7, you get an E melodic minor scale. So, obviously, and then if you go Kolada, so when you play E melodic minor, we know from the rule book that dominant 7th to 5th ke melodic minor pawa jay. But this triadic concept or polychord system gives you the same effect by not really thinking scales. You know, just playing triads and you're getting great melodies like, you know. See, I'm not playing the G note at all. See? Beautiful colors. Now bring the G in. And now, did you notice the G sounded like a fresh note, even though the chord is an E7 chord. So, key coaches, the chord coaches, you know, you're taking the dominant 7 for a long time from the sonic palette, and then introduce it, even though you know it, that's the main color. So, you can stretch 12 notes your entire life. and তুই কর্ডলি তুই স্কেল ওয়াইজ যদি দেখিস তাহলে এটা জি নোটটা অ্যাড করলে 7 নোট স্কেল পেয়ে যাচ্ছে, সেটা ই মেলোডিক মাইনর। Okay, next triad, which is C triad. C triad is a great one. It's got a C, which is the blue note, flat 3, sharp 9. তোমার E and G to তোমার A7 তে আছে, so you get the blue sound. So you get a C and a C sharp together, but you're not playing the blues, but you are using the blues device though. You know what I mean? There you go. Beautiful. Now it might be probably reminding me of Henderson a little bit, Scott Henderson. So that kind of thing. Now I just use this two business. I mean, shampoo bolo na two. So, acha, this is a general little departure from what we are learning. This is one trick that I learned in my late ripe old age. That if you break down a long thing into the smallest fragment, the more you can create. So if you let's take this hexatonal scale and take segments of 2-note scale patterns. 2-note, khali duto note. So the duto note you can make a pattern riding up or flip it over, coming down. So instead of this, suppose I'm using a E and a C sharp. It's a 2-note fragment. You can do this. See? So I'm playing, flipping octaves, changing the order, riding on the scale. See? I've got more freedom in thinking. Instead of you play the entire scale, you end up using too much information out of not so much demand really. So it's just a concept. I should do this. Okay, now let's go to C, and then we got a bluesy sound, even though we are not using the blues scale. Okay, তারপর C sharp এ গেলে C sharp এ G sharp আছে, so সেটা major 7th area তে চলে যাচ্ছে, so let's not use it. D dominant can you use, but it's a 4th, let's not use it. Okay, go to D sharp, which is E flat. E flat has what notes? E flat, G and D flat. It's a great chord for A7 because it's a tritone sub and you get a flat 9 13 sound. So 13 flat 9 mane ki scale bhabchish, even though we are not talking about scales here.
A half full diminished.
Absolutely. So now this is the sound. A sound. Now this is the hip one. E flat triad. Now E triad. Hexatonal scale. And now again, as usual, you put that extra note of G and you get a complete scale. Now, guys, just quickly, this is if you're playing A7 chord and E flat 7 chord, what scale can it come from?
So A7 and E flat 7th.
Coming from the same scale, and which is that scale?
Wouldn't that be a half full diminished? Like
yes, of course. Absolutely.
Just adding a flat 5 also.
Yeah. There you go, flat 9, flat 5. Yeah, exactly. So now, what I'm saying is this: using a fragment which is a hexatonal scale and only a triadic trick or device, but by still using the diminished sound, by not really thinking diminished scale, which is. Now, guys, check this out. This is slightly A and E flat, they are a tritone apart. No, well, a pair take it minor third up or down for each of those. Over A7.
Yeah.
Kind of also the diminished tone.
Diminished.
So now check this out. So A and E flat pair will become C and E flat pair. And you can also minorize them, A minor and E flat, which is why I gave you that chord chart earlier. A minor, E flat minor, C minor, G flat. Aage din dilam na? So now check it out. C minor, E flat minor, E flat minor, C minor, sorry, A minor, E flat minor. C minor, G flat minor. Now play the blues just to get the sound out. So see, this is how you work on just tribes. And then you got these hexatonal skills happening. So Kiko, if you hexatonal pulled it, you're forcing yourself to not use up too much information. So activity always chord for regulation, and then you open up towards the end of the song, maybe play the entire scale to give the full peak. Yes, Viju.
So just one thing, just wanted to understand this more clearly. So A and E flat, E pair is a note pair you're taking, right?
Yes.
Or the chord pair?
No, chord pair, triadic pairs.
Acha, triadic pairs you're taking. So basically, A dominant 7 chulche, or let's say A triad chulche, you're putting in E flat, and that opens up that that diminished place, and that's how you go to C minor as F sharp.
That's correct. That's correct.
So that's what my doubt as well. So you mean if we take those three, like from the D major, C, E flat, and F sharp, and then we play major minor combinations over A7. That's what we're doing.
Yeah,
and we are not kind of going to diminished scale. We are just playing the hexatonal.
Exactly. Even though you're producing the diminished sound, but not really using the scale. So therefore, you sound more intervallic.
Got it. Okay.
স্যার সৌম্য বলছি
How about?
বলছি এই যে ট্রায়াডটা আমরা বাজাচ্ছি এটা তো আমরা মানে ট্রায়াড বাজাচ্ছি মানে মাইনর ইয়েটা
না ব্যান্ড বাজাচ্ছে A7 রে
হ্যাঁ ওটা তো আছে কিন্তু ট্রায়াডটা আমরা যেটা বাজাচ্ছি যেটা আমরা ডিমিনিশ
দুটোই করতে পারিস A7 triad and E flat 7th or A triad and E flat triad or A minor triad and E flat minor triad.
আচ্ছা মানে এটা আমরা ডমিনেন্ট ট্রায়াড আর মাইনর ট্রায়াড বলছেন তো
হ্যাঁ
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে বুঝতে পেরেছি
মানে ট্রায়াড মানে ডমিনেন্ট তো হচ্ছে না খালি তিনটে নোট
তিনটে আচ্ছা সরি মানে হ্যাঁ তো ডমিনেন্ট হচ্ছে সত্যি বুঝতে পেরেছি মানে মেজর আর মাইনর ঠিক আছে
কারেক্ট
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার
A7 এর উপর যখন আমরা এই তিনটে ট্রায়াড বাজাচ্ছি E flat, C, G flat আর A triad, these four triads which are minor third or part diminished, what scale is it implying?
half whole diminished from A.
আচ্ছা A half whole diminished এই চারটের মধ্যে চারটে ট্রায়াড বাজি
So that is what you can do. Experiment. I can carry on. I can also superimpose minus and flat 5 chord from a certain degree, and then again that opens up another. So let's today for now. This is what the idea is. So we'll next class we'll carry on doing this same chapter.
সেটা তো শেষ হবে না স্যার আমরা তো মানে ভাবি নেক্সট ক্লাস করবো তারপর ওখানে আবার আরেকটা নতুন ইন্টারেস্টিং জিনিস হয়ে যায় সেটা নিয়ে আমরা কন্টিনিউ করি তারপর পরের নেক্সট ক্লাসে
না এবারে পরেরবার এটাই করব we will just expand on this.
Okay,
this is a big thing.
সেটা তো শেষ হবে না স্যার
I know and this is all discoveries like you try and try and come up with it. What used to be tough in our time back in the day was no one was validating us. You couldn't see in a book that okay what I did was in the book or someone told me oh okay great just thought and carried on and then but instinctively if you're really honest and listening to yourself and other musicians also the greats if your instinct permits it, usually it becomes kind of in the ballpark correct area. Unless you're a real novice or not really listening to it. But this is a great area. That's what. And see, the balance is this will take away very far away from the normal listener, but it's so attractive. You can't help but get into it. You know what I mean? That is what it is.
So I think Neil has raised his hand or something.
Yeah, Neil Ball, you were just.
স্যার ওই যে আগের দিনের কনসেপ্টটা আপনি বলছিলেন মনে করাতে, ওই যে এ মেজর 7তে চলছে, ঠিক আছে, দেন আমরা প্লে করছি এফ শার্প মেলোডিক মাইনরটা,
রাইট,
যখন আপনার ই ফ্ল্যাট মাইনর 7 ফ্ল্যাটে ফিফথে এটা পড়ছে আর কি, যদি কর্ডটা যদি ইন্ট্রোডিউস করা যায়। তো এই যে এফ নোটটা যে এখানে প্রবলেমটা করছে।
Okay, now basically what happens is when you playing this kind of music, no, you play guide tones mostly. Now guide tones are what? The 3 and the 7 of the chord. So A major 7 যখন বাজছিস, you are usually playing the root, the bass player will play or the keyboard player will play on the left hand. Or you could also play, and you play the guide tones, that is G sharp and C sharp. So by doing that, you are opening up the 5th harmony completely to the improviser. So he or she can play the sharp 5 and the flat 5. Oops, sorry, I played it wrong. That kind of sound, so I go back to the 7th. Yeah, this is major 7. See, this is the sound. Very moody. Yeah.
Sir, how will you justify playing that if not?
A major 7th has a sharp 5. So that's it, guys, for today. And any questions, Nick, make a note and ask me next time. All right?
Thank you.
Cool. Great. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Yeah, well,
Thank you, sir. Bye.
রিজু সানডে ক্লাসের জন্য আমাদের ওই অনলাইন ক্লাসে
স্যার গ্রুপটা যদি একটু ক্রিয়েট করা যায়।
হ্যাঁ
Riju, I think we'll talk to Rishabh and get something going. Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, thanks, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. So see you next week.
Bye. See you next week. Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye.